Guys, today's going to be an SP video, which I think I haven't done this week or maybe in about like 10 days or so, because I post really regularly, so there's probably quite a bit of SP content on my channel at this point, but I like to break it up, and I think today's a good topic because it's something I don't think I've really touched upon, and I realized last night that there's actually so many different aspects to manifesting an SP. A lot of different circumstances, not that the circumstances matter, but a lot of different circumstances that you're coming from in terms of what point you're starting at, you know, the old story, is it positive, is it really bad, what's the case, you know, what are you trying to actually manifest as a new story. And I realized that you may be manifesting a celebrity or someone you don't know. I think I do actually have a video on manifesting a famous SP, so that kind of touches on that topic, but it also does fall under today's video about not knowing your SP, not coming from a previous relationship, because I think at first I assumed that, you know, if you have a specific person, you've chosen them because you already have history, there's already something that has made you want to manifest them, but sometimes you don't really know them, you don't have a relationship, you might have seen them, you may have only met them once or been on one date or something, and they're basically, you know, a stranger to you in a way. So today's going to be talking about that. Please do thumbs up and subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you enjoy my content and want to see more. It would mean a lot to me, and then you'll be up to date with everything. I also offer coaching if you're interested in getting that one-on-one help with me. That is a service that I offer with digital products that I can send you that you just purchase and then you keep them forever, or one-on-one coaching. So it's going to be done via email or Instagram. So yeah, it's all written coaching, but I have a ton of reviews and testimonials on my Instagram. That's also where all the information is linked, so you can find all the packages and prices there if you're interested, linked below in the description box. Now getting into the video. My first point is going to be about manifestation actually working as a pretty overall objective method. That probably was not really structured the right way, but basically manifestation works the same way objectively for everything, for anyone. So even though there are some slight nuances that will apply to manifesting someone you don't know, basically because you're the creator of your reality, you get everything you focus on and repetitively tell yourself that's what has to reflect into your 3D reality. It applies the exact same way with an SP, whether or not you know them, whether or not you've been married for 10 years or just been on one date. It's the same application. Time frame may be slightly different, because like I said in the intro, if you're coming from a really negative old story, it'll probably take a little more time to break down that resistance and really get through to your subconscious beliefs. But if you apply it correctly, there shouldn't be any delays. But obviously if you're coming from just a 7-day breakup with an SP, and now you're manifesting them, most likely you're going to get contact from them very quickly at least. So yeah, the time frame can vary, so please don't try and compare yourself or anything or freak out, but the application itself for an SP that you don't know will be the exact same. So any of my other videos, if you want to watch them, will still give you really beneficial advice. There is no new form of manifesting, there's new application or method. It's not, say this affirmation 50 times in a row to get the SP that you don't know. It doesn't work that way. It's all the same process. It's all about your own subconscious mind and beliefs. My first piece of advice is going to be around scripting, and this doesn't have to be a practice you use. If you don't enjoy scripting, sorry, I've got something in my eyelashes. If you don't enjoy scripting, it doesn't have to be a method you use. You don't have to read over it. You can do whatever other methods you like where you are repetitively thinking about the end result. But I'm just saying to start with scripting because you don't know this person, right? So whether it's a celebrity or someone you literally have never had any contact with, or someone maybe you just speak to once in your class at school or uni or at work, you spoke to them one time, but you have no connection to them other than that. I would recommend scripting out a general overview of your relationship with them. So I'm not saying from what it's coming from now, I'm saying from the end result. So what is it that you want with them? If it's just a date, if you just want to get to know them, go on a date, have them pursue you, or if it's actually them being your boyfriend or girlfriend, script from that. So say, John is my boyfriend and he loves me and he always treats me like a queen, and yesterday he took me on an amazing date to this restaurant I wanted to try, and we just get along so well, we have so much fun together. Something like that, something pretty simple, and it's a general overview, but it gives you an idea of what it is you're focusing on, you know, them taking you on dates or you taking them on dates, and just, yeah, whatever it is, romantic results, or just going on a date to get to know them, or the full commitment, maybe being engaged, maybe you know this is the person that you want to be with, whatever the case may be. Script an overview of that so that you can at least reference it when creating affirmations, when doing a visualization, and just to read over every now and again. You can use it as an actual tool for scripting, which I have videos on scripting if you want to get more into that. Also, obviously use this to create general scenarios. If what you want to start with, and I'll get into manifesting in steps in a moment, but if you just want them to first talk to you, flirt with you, you know, something like that, where you can build it up, at least build up that contact and that communication, chemistry, whatever the case may be, think of scenarios. So maybe if this isn't related directly to manifesting a celebrity, I have a video on that, but you can still apply this. You can say you bump into this celebrity on the street in your town, in your city, you know, that is absolutely possible. But let's say it's a normal person just in your day-to-day life, and you want to have them come up to you at whatever location you've seen them at. Just say, you know, SP, I'm not going to use names anymore because I'm just going to take ages trying to think of generic names, but SP is, you know, SP approached me today and smiled at me and was super flirtatious and sweet and said that they want to take me out on a date and ask for my number, something like that. So you have these overall scenarios and situations and you know, key phrases and visuals that you can work with to create affirmations, create a recorded visualization, but also you just know it, like having written it out, whether it's on, you know, your phone, your laptop, or literally pen and paper, you have this visual aid where you can reference it back, and now you know, okay, this is exactly what I want. I've written it into existence, it's happening, this is what I'm focusing on. When it comes to your mental diet, this is key because, like I said, you won't have regular contact from the old story with this person. You don't have an established relationship yet. I'm speaking obviously from the 3D reality and old story. In your mind, mentally, you do have it, but you want to use your mental diet to strengthen this idea. So anytime you have a doubt or question or negative thought, or anytime you think about them, apply your mental diet and use it to create assumptions in your mind that the two of you are getting closer and closer, you know, that they're conforming more and more, that they're starting to gain more and more feelings for you. The attraction is strengthening day by day, any kind of assumption like that. And of course, based around the idea that they are reaching out to you right now. So use your mental diet to really strengthen the new story so that anytime they come into your mind, whether it's positive or negative, you remind yourself, this is the assumption we're creating. This is my new reality where they are doing these things, and I'm reminding myself and reassuring myself that it's all working in my favor. My next point is also to do with a mental diet because it comes to ignoring the 3D, which is essential, especially if you're coming from a place where you don't already have a positive relationship established from the past. You don't want to check the 3D. Do not check the 3D reality. So by this, I mean, don't look them up on social media, even if they're famous. Don't check what they're doing. Don't try and find them. Don't say, well, I know we both work for the same company, so this is their name. Let me see if I can, you know, become a detective on Google and figure it out. Don't do that. There are no answers in the 3D reality or the internet that are going to reassure you. That's not the way manifestation works. It's not, hey, spend 3 hours Googling your SP until you find something positive. That's not how it works. So don't check the 3D because it's essential that because you don't have that pre-established relationship, that you are the one fully and mentally creating that assumption in your own mind. You're not relying on any external sources from outside of yourself to give you reassurance or validation, because it's going to set you down a spiraling cycle. It's not going to benefit you. Even if you find something positive where, I don't know, on Facebook or something it says they're single, or on their Twitter they've been tweeting about trying to find a girlfriend or boyfriend, it doesn't matter, because you might see that and then you'll be like, well, I'm going to check tomorrow. And then tomorrow you'll see that they wrote something flirty to someone, or that they posted a group picture with girls or guys in there, or, you know, someone that you presume they might be attracted to. it's just not worth it. So don't even begin that cycle, trust me. I know we've all been down that route, but it's not going to benefit you. So do your best not to look them up in any way or try to find things out about them. Anything you're not sure about, you decide it for yourself. You're the creator with full control. So tell yourself, you know, actually SP is doing this, you know, I don't need to look at their social media pages because I already know that they're desperate to be in a relationship with someone just like me, and they're going to be so happy when we meet in person. Something like that. When it comes to creating your actual affirmations, it's always up to you, so you do whatever you want, but I think to prevent resistance, you should start in steps. And that's because you're starting from scratch with this person, which also is a benefit because there's no negative old story holding you back, but there's also no, you know, relationship or contact that was already established. So start in steps, because if you try and say immediately, you know, SP is my husband, SP is my wife, you might find that you spiral and that the conscious logical mind pushes back a lot, because you're going from not knowing this person to being married to them. It's going to be a big step for your conscious logical brain, and it might just be easier and quicker to manifest it in steps. And I have a bunch of examples I'm going to read out to you off my phone, and then you're going to see why your mind will find it more realistic and therefore probably not create as many negative thoughts. SP is following me on social media. SP is reaching out to me right now. SP is taking me on a date. SP and I talk all the time. Something like that, where I wouldn't recommend just something very generic and neutral. Actually go for what you want. So you want them to communicate with you. Maybe you just say, SP's flirting with me. That's very simple and honestly so common. Like flirting, you know, flirting happens all the time. It's not a big deal. Even though I know from your SP it's a big deal, but you know what I mean. It's a pretty normal day-to-day thing. It's not like getting proposed to, which your mind will probably have resistance to, by just saying, okay, well, do you know what? We are in the same vicinity. We have some form of connection or whatever it is, you know, 6 degrees of separation. We have some form of communication, and there's a realistic chance for my conscious brain to accept that, whether it's on Instagram or through a friend, or you might go to the same party, or you're going to the same place for your university lectures, or you're in the same class together at school, something like that. You already know there's something realistic that could bring you together. So by saying, you know what, they flirt with me, or they ask me on a date, or they ask for my number, or we see each other all the time, that is pretty realistic. So building up from steps could definitely help remove that resistance. This is also applicable to celebrity, but anyone that you don't know, but that you see, whether it's on TV, on social media, or literally face to face, you see them in your day-to-day life in some way. You want to make sure that you're assigning a positive assumption to everything they do, everything you see from them. You want to think, okay, well, even if you see them smiling at another girl or guy, do not start panicking thinking, well, that's his girlfriend, that's her boyfriend, you know, I'm screwed, I might as well give up. Please don't go down that route, and if you do, mental diet is your best friend. But try your best to assign a positive assumption and positive meaning to what you're seeing, because that's going to really, really help you and stop you from creating negative beliefs. Because let's be honest, you don't even know. It's not like they've come up to you and said, oh, by the way, that girl I just smiled at is my girlfriend and I love her so much and I'll never leave her. That would never happen anyway, and you didn't even have that. So why would you create a negative assumption? It doesn't make sense to just instantly jump to that. So try and think from the perspective that you decided all until you have, you know, 3D evidence. It's not even realistic for you to go to a negative assumption. Whether or not you believe what you're saying, whether or not you feel good about it, even if you feel anxious and you feel like something is wrong in the 3D, just keep telling yourself that positive assumption. Say, well, you know, they're not at work today, or they're not at school today because they're just taking some time for themselves, and they're becoming the best self for me, and they're thinking about me, and they're remembering me when we looked at each other the other day. Literally anything like that. Or, you know, say, oh, well, this celebrity followed this other celebrity on Instagram just because they're gonna, you know, try and get advice from them on how to pursue the person they're interested in. It doesn't even have to make sense. Just say anything that could possibly benefit you. Never go to a negative assumption that there's a third party or anything like that. Just always assign a positive assumption. So that is all of my advice for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it useful. I think I gave you some good scenarios and examples of how to apply it. Yeah, I can definitely do more videos about manifesting someone you don't know. I think I've had a lot of questions about what happens during the process of manifesting. So I will do an updated video of that based around an SP you don't know. And yeah, do thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell if you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.